Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here's Fareed. Drives to the hoop. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Well, once you saw Fareed get some speed off the drive, you knew that everybody was going to be landing on minimal playing it.
To the paint. Grant. Outside O'Neal. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
With two hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Here's Wright. Here he goes. And a nice finish on the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
O'Neal on the wing. Screen by O'Neal. From the high post. Goes back up. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Soft touch off the glass.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Outside Wembanyama. Van Carroll the screen. The shot by Wembanyama, no good.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Out to Leonard. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Now here's Grant. Launches it. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Fareed. Wembanyama screen. Reddish on the wing. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And here's Albuquerque now. Trailing by 2. Here's Chalmers. Over Wright. And again, it's Albuquerque missing.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Chalmers. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Van Carroll.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Mario Chalmers.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
DeLon Wright. 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. And here's Albuquerque now. 6-point game. I'll say this, Van Carroll is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Right outside. Outside Reddish. Pass to Van Carroll. Van Carroll the screen. 6 to shoot. And here's Wembanyama. And the bucket is good.
With how big and powerful Wembanyama is, showing how delicate he can be with that teardrop.
Open shot, Grant. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Here's Chalmers. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
He giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Back to Reddish. Down low. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. 29 seconds left to play in the first. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And here's Grant from the arc. Counted from distance. Right up top. Drops in the layup for 2. Wright's got 5 points.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Outside O'Neal. Up in time. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. They're up by 5. We've got more in store for you right after this.
14.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Chalmers. Knocks it down from distance. He has 7.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Pass to Ellison. Fires the 3. Hits the 3-pointer.
Mario Chalmers.
Chalmers has got his second basket of the game.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Outside Whitmore. Sends it home from 3-point land. Whitmore's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Leonard looking over the floor. That's tipped. And here comes the break for 3. And that one's good. Chalmers has got 8 points in the quarter.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Here's Chalmers. 7 points in the game. Leonard for 3.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Yes, it's good.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
First team foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Whitmore. Pass to Chalmers. Now Whitmore. Here's Chalmers. 5 on the clock. There's the drive. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Here's Whitmore outside. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Alexander. A minute 53 left to play in the second quarter. And Bilal Koulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A minute 53 left in the second quarter. They set a pick. There's Jackson with the three. And he buries his first look.
It's clear there's a lot of pride on the line in this one.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Basket's good. Here's Chalmers. He's got 10. Outside Whitmore. And that one is stopped right through.
An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
To the inside. And here's the fast break. Pass to Chalmers. Outside Whitmore. Here's Chalmers. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Whitmore missing.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Count that one. Jackson's got 5.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Here's De Silva. No made baskets yet. And the shot goes down.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Alexander. They get it again. Here's Batase. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And that concludes the first half. Up by 11. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Leonard outside. Inside. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Over Banchero.
On defense, Banchero has a lot of good physical attributes, which help him create pressure.
Pass to Wright. Outside for Wembanyama. 4-3. Ooh, Wembanyama with the silky stroke from 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Leonard for 3. And again, it's Albuquerque missing. Pass to Wembanyama. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Wembanyama's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Leonard, good.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. The offensive rebound. Here's Reddish. And the 3 off target. And so Anunoby will bring it up for Albuquerque. They trail by 14. Outside O'Neal. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Here's Fareed. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Look out below the Manimal, uncaged, and no prisoners taken.
And here's Grant from the arc. No good. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. It's right on the wing. Right side, Wembanyama. Releases. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Wembanyama's got 11.
The refined jumper of Wembanyama. You just never see that in a man of his height.
And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, BA, that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender. Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
The three from Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Grant.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Personal foul.
Albuquerque shooting their first free throw in this game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Leonard outside. Tries it from the top of the key. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Pass to Fareed. To the middle. Oh, stolen by Anunoby. Here's O'Neal. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And the free throw, no good. Oh, deflected. And 1:01 left in the third. Pass to Chalmers. Lets it go. Victor Wembanyama grabs a board. And they're on the break. Here's Reddish. And Anunoby pulls it down. On offense, here's Albuquerque. 17-point game. Here's Chalmers. Outside Anunoby. He shoots it. And he drops that one in.
2 points. From Mario.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. The three from Wembanyama. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
And it's Chalmers missing. Wembanyama with it. He's got 14. Right side Reddish. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. They lead by 18. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's Chalmers. Pass to Whitmore. Here's Chalmers. Takes the 3. O'Neal pulls it in.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Right side, Coulibaly. Three-pointer. On target from range. Coulibaly's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Here's Anunoby. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. Deflected. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Whitmore. Leonard can't get it to go. Here's Coulibaly. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
First team foul.
Here's Chalmers.
Charging foul called on Mario Chalmers. Second personal foul. Substitution on the court.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Out to the wing. The three from Banchero. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. It's stolen. There's the foul to try to stop the break. But that'll be a clear path foul. They'll get a free throw in possession here.
First team foul. Shooting.
That one's off.
And the playmaking skills Banchero has already are outstanding. Just such a unique young player.
Substitution on the court.
Banchero the screen. Wembanyama up top. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Wembanyama's got 12 points in just the second half.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
And again, it's Albuquerque missing.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
Puts up a three. Rebounded by Dunn. And the foul on Cam Whitmore. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's O'Neal. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow. And the shot goes in.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead, but time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Here's Dunn. Oh, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Dunn's got his first points in this one. Right outside. The kick out to Banchero. Over Jackson. Back to Whitmore. Fires it. O'Neal pulls it in. And here's Albuquerque now. They trail by 18. Pass to Wright. Outside Wembanyama. On the take. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
For three, O'Neal. The shot that time not on target.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Wembanyama. Lots of room. That's good on the jumper.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
32 seconds left to play in the fourth. Outside Wembanyama. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from three.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
That shot is good by O'Neal.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Wembanyama screen. The three. Sinks the tray.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the
Yes, we've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. Here we go. Here's Fareed. Drives to the hoop. And the powerful one-handed slam.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And it's Chalmers missing. Right with the ball. Missed inside.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Out to the wing. Here's Chalmers. Fires in the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Wright. And he goes in for the dunk.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Fareed. The three from Wembanyama. O'Neal pulls it in. Outside Anunoby. Here's the three. First shot won't go. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. From deep, Wembanyama knocks down the triple.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Here's Chalmers. And again, it's Albuquerque missing.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Pass to Banchero. And here's Wright from the arc. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Puts one up from 19. He squares up and sinks it. Chalmers has got 5.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Now here's O'Neal to the middle. Grant.
The near 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama. I mean, that will disrupt shots. Believe that.
Pass to Banchero. And here's Wright. Wembanyama screen. Clock at 6. Goes back up. The three from Banchero. Leonard pulls down the board.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard. But Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Here's Anunoby. Great D that time from Banchero. Outside Reddish. The three from Wembanyama. Sends it home from three-point land. Give him 8.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Wembanyama screen. And here's Wright from the arc. Nails it from 3. Wright's got 5.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Takes a 3. And then Carroll gets it to go.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Grab the screen. Here's Chalmers. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
On offense, here's Albuquerque. It's a 10-point game. That shot is good by O'Neal. 17 seconds left in the first. Outside for Wembanyama. Launches it. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. And here's Grant from the arc. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first.
Albuquerque
Up by 8. And the second. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
Pass to Ellison. Oh, deflected. And stolen by Leonard. Anunoby with it. Picked up by Coulibaly. Anunoby can't get it to go. Three-pointer. And that one's good. Chalmers has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Chalmers. Give him 8 points. Oh, my goodness.
What a dunk.
BA, forget about attempting the long-range three to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
That was sweet. He shoots. De Silva with the rebound. On the wing, Whitmore. Let's go with a three. It's rebounded by Grant. On offense, here's Albuquerque. They trail by 11. And it's Chalmers missing. Outside Whitmore. Three-pointer, no good. Looking to get it going. Hits the front of the rim and out. Pass to Chalmers. Beyond the arc. Here's Ellison. No made baskets yet. And the shot goes in.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's Anunoby. And again, it's Albuquerque missing. Now here's Whitmore. Outside Coulibaly. The three is up. Chalmers with a rebound.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Snatched away. On the break. The three ball. De Silva, no good. On offense, here's Albuquerque. It's a 13-point game. Inside. Here's O'Neal. And it's rejected. Outside Coulibaly. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Lets the three fly. He buries it from three.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
From the arc. Pure from three-point range. Coulibaly's got 6 points in the quarter.
With the defense trying to protect the interior, he pulls at the arc and drains it.
Here's Whitmore outside. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. Here's Chalmers. That three off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Pass to Chalmers. Here's the break. Oh, got a piece of it. Here's Koulibaly. From outside, off the mark. With his first shot attempt. Leonard, good.
Talk about a pure jumper. Leonard doesn't need a lot of space to rise up.
Left side, Whitmore. Counted from distance. Whitmore's got 6 points.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Pass to De Silva. Here's Chalmers. 5 points in the game. Outside Whitmore. 5 on the clock. Into the lane. Here's Chalmers. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Delivering the blowout. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. The shot by Dunn, no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Outside Whitmore. No good from outside. Dunn outside. Here's Alexander. And the basket is good.
Assisted. Done.
They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Pass to Whitmore. Here's Chalmers. Back to Whitmore. Shot clock at 5. And here's Koulibaly. Puts up a 3. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Down low. Stolen. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Chalmers. Knocks it down from distance. Chalmers has got 8 points.
The D lagging on the break, and he makes them pay full price.
Here's Alexander. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Pass to Chalmers. Fires for 3. Hits the trifecta. He's got 11.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Alexander gets the bucket.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
Bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Here's Chalmers. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. On offense, here's Albuquerque. Here's Dunn. Goes up on the baseline. Here's Batase. Ellison grabs the board. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Driving inside. Here's Whitmore outside. Hits a three-pointer.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
To the inside. And here comes the break. And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Team foul.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play.
2 minutes remaining with the
Wembanyama, high post. The three. Drills it from deep. Wembanyama's got 11 points.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Dunn outside. And that one's good. Dunn's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
Right with the bucket.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
To the wing, right side. Back to Dunn. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Reddish. Ooh, poked away. Here's Fareed to the left wing. Back to Wembanyama. Three-pointer. Doesn't go for him. Ooh, great D that time from Dunn. From downtown, it's rebounded by Banchero. 23 seconds left in the third. Fareed. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. 5 points in the game. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
The three from Wembanyama. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Here's Reddish. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And here's Wright. Over to the wing. Back to Wembanyama. There's the drive. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value. And nice to see him delivering.
And that one's good. Chalmers. Now Wright. Outside Wembanyama. Shakes him. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Pass to Chalmers. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. The layup off target. Back to Wembanyama. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, Wembanyama fights for his bucket, using his size to get it done despite the foul.
How about Paolo Banchero, coach? What a special talent. The first overall pick back in 2022, and then the Rookie of the Year.
Well, Brian, he's not just a scorer. He's a 6'10" playmaker, and getting that out of someone who plays on the front line and can also play as a small ball five, Banchero's versatility makes him very valuable.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's O'Neal to the paint. Kicks it out to Anunoby. They need this. Pass to Chalmers. Tries again. Misses off the right iron. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Wembanyama scanning the floor.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Third team foul.
So it's the home team now. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Banchero. Nice jump shot.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
The shot by Farid, no good. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Back to O'Neal. Pass to Chalmers. Grant outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's O'Neal. It's stolen by Wright. Grant brings a double. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining.
Whitmore goes in.
2 minutes.
Got a hand on it. Grant outside. 4-3. The shot misses. They're ready to keep this run rolling.
Hey, it's been a pretty good one.
Outside Wembanyama. The three. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. O'Neal with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Leonard outside. Lets it go from deep. Farid grabs the board.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Here's Wright. Takes it inside. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? And Anunoby gets it to go.
Impressive. I mean, challenging at the rim against length. You just have to love the aggressiveness.
Yeah, showing absolutely zero fear as he goes right at the bigger defender.
A terrific move by Victor Wembanyama to score. Wembanyama's got 12 points here in the second half.
Yeah, this is what everyone wants to see Wembanyama doing, dominating on the inside.
Leonard outside. Puts it up from the high post. And they pick up 2.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
From deep, Wembanyama. The putback. It's rebounded by Grant. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Chalmers. Here's O'Neal. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Pass to Wembanyama. Buries it from 3. Outside Anunoby. Going inside.
Oh, what a powerful finish. You could feel the impact.
Oh, he's going to be bragging about that one later, and for good reason too, man.
Well, that's what...
Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. Here we go. Here's Wright, trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Wright looking around. And Wright throws it down hard.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Pass to Chalmers. Over to the left wing. And Caro off target from outside. Here's Fareed. And Fareed throws it down.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Leonard, no luck. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
And here's Leonard. Following Kenneth Fareed's three.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Now here's Jackson. Wright sets a screen. 6 to shoot. Jackson misses.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Here's Banchero. No good again that time. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. It's an 8-point differential. Right outside. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Into the lane, and the dunk by Wright.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Now, here's Chalmers. And Fareed sends it back. They retain possession. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
And once Banchero gets going, boy, it's hard to stop him. Given his size and speed, he's going to be a handful.
Here's Wright. And finished off by Wright.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
.156 left in the first quarter. And here's Chalmers for three. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Now, Koulibaly. Three-pointer. And they recover it. Pass to Bender. The three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Really putting the bigger defender on his heels. I love seeing aggressive finishes like that.
Now here's Wright. He has 6. Fareed outside. 5 to shoot. That shot no good. Great defense that time from Banchero. Banchero with the screen. They get it back. Lays it up off the glass.
And great attention to detail from Banchero on the play, making sure he's there to get the ball and send it back.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Up 11. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Scooped up. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Big body cleaning the glass. Great awareness by Jackson Jr.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
Leonard, that's for 2. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And one thing that makes Leonard's shot so effective is the backspin. Gives him that magic touch.
And Wright throws it down hard.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
To the inside. And it's Bender slamming it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. In the corner, it's Wembanyama. The three. Bender with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Richard, during his rookie year, Victor Wembanyama had a game with 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks, and 5 made threes, a 5-by-5 for the ages.
That was the first time someone put up those numbers in NBA history. Wemby is going to continue to do things we have never seen before.
And Bender throws it down.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Right for three. Rejected by Ben Carroll. Off target from three-point range.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Jackson has the open look. Off target with his three.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Koulibaly, no good. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone.
And the wingspan of Wembanyama, massive. He's fantastic at using it to erase shots.
Pass to Jackson. Now Fareed. And the dunk by Fareed.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. There's the lob to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Love watching Jackson on the receiving end of the alley-oops. He definitely won the athletic lottery.
Puts up a deep three. Rebounded by Jackson.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Pass to Bender. Clock at 6. And Bender throws it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Here's Koulibaly. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. The deep three from Wembanyama. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Nice job completing the break. Triple J gets the points.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
A three from Leonard. Kenneth Fareed grabs the board. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their...
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Oh, my.
Right.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And here's Bender. 9 points in the game so far. It's right on the wing. Offline with his three. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ben Carroll.
Substitution on the court.
Shot from the inbound. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided.
Your home team
Delivering the blowout. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. To the left side wing. Black. That three off the mark. Shepard with the ball. There's a screen. Drives to the hoop. And finished off by Shepard.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Pass to Mobo. Chalmers outside. Fires from deep. Hands it from downtown. Chalmers has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Bitadze. Back to Ayton. Down low. Here's Shepard. And finished off by Shepard.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. And it's blocked. Chalmers scanning the floor. Ball stolen. Here's Reddish. Offensive rebound. It's stolen by Reddish. Right wing. Here's Mobo. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. 11 feet away. Here's Bitadze. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And the basket by Chalmers. Chalmers has got 5 points so far.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
Anthony Black. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Shepard.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
6 on the shot clock. Releases. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. 6 points for him.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
It's blocked. And so out of bounds it goes. No keep possession. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Chalmers outside. Pass to Shepard. Shot clock at 6. And finished off by Shepard.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Pass to Black. Over Chalmers. Black, no good.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And here's Chalmers for 3. Reddish grabs the rebound. 27 seconds left in the third. Dunn misses. Now Shepard. He's got 8. Driving to the basket. And finished off by Shepard.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Ayton. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Got it off in time. No good on the shot. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair.
The away team.
Delivering the blow. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Right outside. To the paint. Pass to Bender. Back to Wright. Shoots over Leonard. And it's Wright missing. Lets it go from deep. And it's Leonard missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Outside Jackson. Drills the three-pointer.
Jackson.
What separates Jaren from other bigs is he's got great confidence in his shot.
Here's Koulibaly. Here's Wembanyama for three.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Here's Wembanyama for three. Kenneth Faried pulls it in.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Jackson in the corner. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Assist goes to.
You don't expect this from Jackson Jr. He catches them by surprise by passing it.
And here's Chalmers from the arc. And that one is off. Right side. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. To the middle. And Bender throws it down.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Here's Banchero. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Jaren Jackson. That free throw, no good. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Screen by Faried. And there's the drive.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
There's the killer two-handed slam.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, don't you think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen?
So did the defense.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, everybody in the building was waiting for it.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Right. And finished off by Wright.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Koulibaly with it. Nifty move. And finished off by Wright.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Pass to Chalmers. And stolen by Wright. Here's Koulibaly. Hits the three-point bomb.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
Jackson up top. Plays it up and banks it in.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Leonard. Here's Wembanyama for three. Great positioning on the putback.
And on the boards, Banchero is relentless and aggressive.
Here's Koulibaly. And the layup's good off the glass.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Fareed looking for an opening. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You've got to focus on the details.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Here we go.
Here's Wright. Driving the lane and finished off by Wright.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Here's Koulibaly. Right outside. From outside, off the mark. We know, Brent, throughout his career, Kawhi Leonard has always been sensational on both ends of the floor.
It's a great point, Kevin, and it's sort of making me think about history. You know how history can sometimes be boring, but it's something you should study. Kawhi Leonard is that kind of player. Young guys should be studying what Kawhi represents in terms of his two-way prowess, dominating on the offensive end and just a menace on defense. So kids, history is important. Study Kawhi Leonard.
Now here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And Wright throws it down hard.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And that's what they want to see out of Jackson, getting out on the break and just busting it up the court.
And Caro. Good, and it's Chalmers with the assist that time.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Wright. And finished off by Wright.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Leonard. No good with the layup.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
The shot's good from Fareed.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now here's Jackson. 8 points for him. Back to Koulibaly. Lets it go from deep. Outside Jackson. Connects from three-point range. Jackson's got 11 points.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Well, Now, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
Hey, Kevin, I can see where you're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Pass to Bender. .35 seconds left to play in the first. And he tries in. And Bender throws it down.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Fires the 3. Drills it from outside. Bender's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And an overpowering first quarter effort, already a double-digit advantage. They lead. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply own the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
Pass to Koulibaly. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And here's Bender. He has 5. And Bender throws it down.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. Now, Koulibaly. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Koulibaly with it. Wright sets a screen. Shoots the 3. Good on the triple. Wright's got 9 points.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
And that one's good. Wembanyama.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
And it's Banchero missing. Here's the break. Here's Jackson. Releases. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. And it's 13 points for Jaren Jackson. Brent Koulibaly got a lot of minutes last season, and it's paid off.
Well, Kevin, I think this guy is hungry. I think he's hungry to prove that he can be an elite wing player in the league. His work ethic is top-notch, and this guy, if he goes at it defensively, can be on those all-defensive teams by the time his career is done.
The 3 from Chalmers. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Koulibaly with it. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Here's Fareed. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. He has 5.
Still something Fareed is working on from that spot and that range, but there he buries it.
And it's Leonard missing.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Here's Jackson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Now here's Fareed. He has 5.
Away team ball.
1:04 left to play here in the half. Here's Banchero. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Banchero's got 6.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
A big night for Jackson so far. He's a talented scorer and only getting better.
Inside. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. And even 3-on-3 break. A 3 ball. And Wright pulls it down. Outside Jackson. Pass to Bender. And Bender throws it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. From deep 3-point territory. And no good. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Delivering the blowout. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Here's Chalmers. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time.
Mario Chalmers.
That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Leonard. Pass to Banchero. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. To the middle. It's stolen by Banchero. Koulibaly up top. Over Reddish. The quick look, no good that time. Here's Mobo. Crafty move. And it's good on the layup.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
That one goes. Count it.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
And Chalmers slams it in.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Leonard, no luck.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Here's Shepard. Off target from outside. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And that one misses.
Mario Chalmers at the line for 1.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Wembanyama, a screen. Chalmers' shot is no good. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Pass to Shepard. 3-pointer. Hands it from downtown.
And he's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
And it's Banchero missing. Here's the 3. Mobo can't hit.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
No one near Shepard as he lets it go. Second chance shot.
Home team.
Timeout, timeout. Start it.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Puts up a deep three. Here's Koulibaly. And here's Leonard from three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
This team relies on that shot from Kawhi.
Brent, Kawhi Leonard seems to be at his best. He is his most incredible when it matters the most.
Yeah, I think we sometimes tend to forget about how dominant Kawhi was in the performances at the biggest moments during the NBA Finals with his MVP awards, and it's mostly due to the fact that injuries have taken him away from those moments. But it's all in there. He is capable of dominating a game on both sides of the floor, Kevin. And I hope that there's another opportunity for us as fans to see him have one more crack at that, if not a couple more, before his career is over.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Shepard, that's good. .109 left in the third.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Here's Ellison. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Ellison's got 5 now.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling. It does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Chalmers outside. Lets the three fly. Drains it from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
And stolen by Chalmers. Leonard fires away from outside. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. That will count. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the fourth.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Now, Wright. There's the drive. And finished off by Wright.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time.
Right.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Ayton with it. Pass to Dunn. Reddish with the ball. For the three. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Koulibaly with it. And it's Reddish picking him up.
And that's what the defense gets for allowing Fareed to get room there to throw it down. He's one of the hardest working players in the game.
Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to Bender. Just 5 on the clock. Back to right. And a miss there on the triple. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. They break it out 5 on 3. Here's Koulibaly. And the 3-ball is good.
This is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. It's stolen by Reddish. Now here's Ayton. Fires from the wing. Rebounded by Fareed. And here's Bender. And it's Bender slamming it down.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. The 3. The rebound by Batadze.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
At the line.
And the free throw, no good.
Cam Reddish. 1 shot.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to Ayton. Over Jackson. And it's Ayton missing. Here's Koulibaly. Fareed outside. And Fareed throws it down.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
It's tipped. Here's Reddish. And the baseline jumper, no good.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Right for 3. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Fareed, no good. Here's Batadze. Pass to Reddish. Bender with the rebound. Here's Fareed. Now here's Bender. .114 left in the fourth. Out to the wing. And stolen by Dunn. And the wide open shot from Reddish. His 3-pointers off the mark.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
That was just a perfect possession, getting in it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Here's Dunn. And he makes that one.
Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
Pass to Koulibaly. And he dunks it down.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Black, no good. Now Bender. The rebound by Batadze. Here's Dunn. Misses the 3. Off the mark. And so they get the victory here at home. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical